So here we have our bite of the sweet potato, and those are the little sweet potatoes made out of clay. So if you're ever confused at any part of this video, rewind it, and here's an overview of the tract, just in case. So digestion first starts in the oral cavity, that's the mouth, and amylase, which is a little enzyme helper, those are helpers, they're going to break down that sugar. There's so much sugar in these sweet potato fries, so we need a lot of amylase to break down this sugar. And so chewing is also going to happen using the teeth, and one of the shuns, digestion, will happen here. Food is then going to pass into the stomach, and stomach acid is going to break down that sugar even more, and churning will also happen so that more of that breaking down happens. And it's crazy to think we have acid in ourselves, but we do, and it helps breaking down that food so much. Pepsin will be kind of important, but not as much as all that amylase because there's not a lot of protein. Digestion will happen in the stomach. Then food will pass into the small intestine, and absorption is going to happen here. And villi will help, the little finger thingies in the small intestine, they're going to help with absorption. And maltase is another of those little helpers, enzymes, that break down maltose. And maltose is a fancy word for sugar. And maltose is going to be broken down into glucose. And this glucose is then used in our bodies, and it's absorbed using those little finger-like projections, those villi, and that's going to absorb the glucose. So pancreatic amylase is really major in this process of breaking down the French fry, or the sweet potato fry, because there's so much sugar in these sweet potato fries, so much starch. Starch is so abundant in these fries that we need a lot of amylase to break down the sugar. Trypsin and lipase are not as important, but it's important to mention them. Amylase is crazy important. And once all of this glucose and sugar is absorbed into the body, it moves into the large intestine where water is absorbed and vitamins are absorbed as well. But whatever isn't absorbed into the large intestine, and absorption happens in the large intestine, will be excreted in the rectum. And so there you have it, digestion of a sweet potato fry from the mouth all the way to the rectum with everything in between, and now you know how it happens.